This is Shooting USA, honored as the best of outdoor television by the National Shooting Sports Foundation.
It's called a 3-day immersion camp, a highly focused training experience for women who want to learn to shoot. Many have never fired a gun. Some confess they begin being afraid of guns. But in the capable hands of their shooting instructors, these students evolve into gun people. The secret is women teaching women at the Smith & Wesson Ladies Clinic.
Are you ready? Stand by.
You'd certainly expect a lot more noise from the range on Shootout Lane, but don't worry, folks, it's coming.
They're looking pretty good this morning.
Stand by.
Considering they didn't know how to draw a holster yesterday.
This dry fire drill is just a small part of a very successful shooting clinic, introducing a class of newcomers to the fun and fundamentals of the shooting sports, and helping a few more experienced students build their gun handling skills.
Okay, back in the holster.
More than 30 shooters have come here to learn, and every one is a woman.
Well, I've only been shooting 4 months, so it's very exciting because I'm a learning type of girl. I love to learn new things, and so it's pretty cool.
Really, these ladies that come in, some of them really just plain out scared of guns when they show up, and they go home, most of them like, oh, okay, so what gun should I buy? So it turns them into gun people, and that's always a good thing in my view. That keeps it pretty simple. I'm here and I'm done.
Kay Miculek is the lead instructor of this Smith & Wesson Ladies Clinic, and her team of coaches includes other champion competitors like her.
Pull the trigger, pull the trigger, pull the trigger.
Shooters like Maggie Reese and Annette Aysen.
Close this off. Good. All right.
Yes, just like the students on this firing line, the instructors are all women.
Anything I can help these ladies with, I feel just as lucky as I was when Kay took us on for our first camp. So it gives me a chance to give it back. And right here, you had that good control, and look at them. Yeah. Your last 4 shots were absolutely gorgeous. Good job.
What I really appreciate is just being around the other women and getting them involved in the sport and showing them that they can be competitive and they have all the skills and all the talent to really get at the range and do the same thing that we normally see the guys doing.
They're like sponges. They soak it up. They're willing to try.
And no student is more willing to try something new than Tonia Devaney. The mere fact she is here proves that.
You gotta get used to the bang. I have a bad thing with bangs and noises. They scare me at first, but once you start getting in the rhythm, it gets a lot better.
Tonia has been shooting for just 4 months, and the reason why is a remarkable story. This 20-year-old was a soccer player heading to college on a scholarship, but her playing days abruptly ended with a terrible accident. Another driver hit her head-on, breaking both her arms and legs. But Tonia's competitive spirit survived intact.
My dad was just like, let's go try shooting or something because it's not as much movement, so it doesn't hurt me as bad. So they got me a gun for Christmas to start shooting with, and he was just like, let's see how you do at competitive stuff. And I was like, all right, let's go.
And go she did, first to the range and now to this clinic to get training from some of the sport's top competitors like Kay Miculek. Tonia sees this as a big step on her way to becoming a great shooter.
I'm always thinking, what would Miss Kay tell me to do? It's in the back of my mind all the time, like, Miss Kay would say this, Miss Kay would say that.
All right, I'm going to get out here and walk. I'm your target. Put your thumb on me.
And what Kay is saying with this unusual exercise is keep your eye on your front sight, not the target, because targets move.
You want to look at it, and that's what's happening here. Everybody is watching the target instead of the front sight. Focus on the front sight. Just like
it's an odd illustration of an important idea, the kind of thing a male instructor might not do in front of a class full of females. Yes, these women really do enjoy learning from other women.
Fabulous. It's just the teaching is incredible. It's women teaching women, and I really knew nothing. The day I came here, I knew nothing. So everything I've learned here. It's been really, really fun, so it's fabulous.
And better by far than learning to shoot from boyfriends, dads, or husbands.
It's a lot of fun shooting with them. What's not fun is they have a lot of unsolicited shooting advice for us that isn't always helpful. Most of the time it's helpful, but it isn't always helpful. Particularly things like our grip.
A man may not have a gap at all in his grip, but a female probably will have a gap. So to hear that it's okay to have that is awesome.
Awesome to know your teacher understands there is a difference.
There are some things that are just different. We teach the same techniques, but we understand the difference in that upper body strength issue. As long as there are men and women, there's going to be an upper body strength issue.
It's instruction by women for women.
Makes us feel empowered, and this is a great class.
So far, 2,000 women have learned to shoot at the Smith & Wesson Ladies Clinics, known by their nickname, Babes with Bullets. The camps are now in their 8th year and continuing around the country. And still ahead, these women step it up, taking the skills they've learned into a competition course of fire.
Comfortable to carry, comfortable to shoot. It's slim, concealable, and powerful protection. The M&P Shield by Smith & Wesson. Confidence? We perfected that years ago.
ShootingUSA.com, your resource for firearms news and information.
They've practiced their firearms fundamentals. So what's next for our women shooters? Well, there are plenty of learning opportunities at the Smith & Wesson Ladies Clinic, like choosing a handgun that's right for you and putting new skills to the test on a competition course of fire.
Okay, it's going hot.
Another day at shooting camp, another learning experience. Actually, one of many at the Smith & Wesson Ladies Clinic.
Aim. Fire. Good job. Today,
these women are trying out a variety of handguns provided by sponsor Smith & Wesson. Most have already been shooting the M&P 9 in class, but today they're firing the new rimfire M&P 22. The M&P pistol in .45 caliber, a Smith & Wesson .45 revolver, and the brand new compact M&P Shield for the concealed carry market.
Smaller, but it still fits your hand really well. And so it was a great gun.
The point is to help the women get comfortable and familiar with new and different sidearms. You might call this Firearms 101, Intro to your next handgun.
I shot the new .45 from Smith & Wesson.
And
it practically shot itself. It was amazing. There was no recoil to speak of.
Stand by.
The next item of business for the student shooters is one more introduction, this time to competitive shooting, USPSA style.
It was awesome, really exciting feeling.
Okay, we have a combination rifle handgun stage here.
It's a taste of what a real match is like. Barricades, reloads, gun changes, and movement, all recreating actual stages from the United States Practical Shooting Association, and all of it on the clock.
She wants us to go faster and faster. And you almost feel like you're out of control. You're just, but it's pretty cool.
Ooh, adrenaline was about up to here. But a lot of fun.
Kay tells her students much of their success is based on planning ahead. on choreographing each stage in advance, minimizing your movement to minimize your time.
We'll take 2 large steps in there so that I can see actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 targets before I actually have to move forward again. That's my plan.
So let's see how it works. Like several of the women here, a half dozen or so, Chris has a little prior experience with USPSA shooting. So from the start, she moves through the rifle targets with relative ease and success. Her plan looks like a winner. The steel plates with the handgun present a greater challenge, but let's be fair, Chris is a student at this clinic.
You're through.
She's not Kay Miculek yet.
Time. These glasses, 38-13.
A very respectable time.
Okay, until I got to the plate rack. I think I had my sights just a little bit down and went a little bit low on some of those. Of course, then your adrenaline's going too, so you fire off a couple more.
This mini-match is a favorite among both the experienced and the novice shooters. Truly the highlight of this 3-day camp.
Fantastic, it went awesome. Well planned, everything worked out according to plan. That's key, right? According to plan. Loved it, it was great.
Building skills, building confidence, building the ranks of women who enjoy and compete in the shooting sports.
Absolutely. We probably signed up 20 new USPSA members out of this camp, which had 30 women in it.
30 women at the Smith & Wesson Ladies Clinic, all learning from other women.
You go. I'm happy with that. I am so proud of you.
It's so much better to have women teaching women because you find your best way to do it and go with that. It's awesome.
And there's something else that's awesome. Since completing the Smith & Wesson Ladies Clinic, Michelle is now beating her husband in shooting competition. The benefit of good instruction by female teachers.